is upon us again. Welcome to Sunday Rendezvous. Our package tonight is loaded with stories making the rounds, people and events which you cannot afford to miss. So I urge you to draw closer to your television and get yourself your chilled choice drink. Take a sip while we dish out our content. Good evening, and I'm glad you could join us. Do not forget that you can watch us live on our YouTube channel at Nta Enugu. And we begin with the news making the rounds. Today is World Communications Day. And as the world commemorates the 57th in its series, the need for media workers to employ the principles of objectivity, accuracy, and timeliness in their reportage has been re-echoed. The Catholic Bishop of Enugu Diocese, Most Reverend Callistus Onaga, stated this at a media Thanksgiving Mass to celebrate this year's day with the theme, Speaking with the Heart, the Truth, and Love. Okechukwu Agobama reports.
In this gathering are mostly media practitioners from within and outside Enugu who have gathered for a Thanksgiving Mass to mark this year's World Communications Day. Speaking on the role of media practitioners in nation building while delivering his homily, the Catholic Bishop noted that the media is the watchdog of the society, hence the need for media practitioners to be proactive in their duties of informing, educating, and entertaining the public with objective and balanced reports that will contribute positively to the development of the country. Media practitioners find out to offer thanksgiving to God. Professor Ifeanyi Didiogu and Professor Innocent Owa harped on the need to enhance effective communication in the family, church, and government. The first World Communications Day was marked on the 7th of May, 1967, under the pontificate of St. Pope Paul VI, who drew the attention of people to media communication and its enormous potential for cultural transformation. In Enugu, Okechukwu Agobama, Nta News.
Despite the demands and challenges of the newsroom, female journalists are loaded with potentials to achieve great feats in the profession. This dominated discussion at a one-day capacity building workshop organized by Fortunate Ozo, an assistant manager and News and Current Affairs, NTA Abakaliki, in collaboration with the Nigerian Association of Women Journalists, NAWOJ, Ebonyi State Chapter. The theme of the workshop is Rising as Leaders in the Newsroom and Society vis-a-vis Societal Stereotypes. Uchechukwu Onwe reports.
It was a gathering of mostly female journalists from the print and electronic media. Their aim is to tap from the wealth of experience of stakeholders and veterans in the journalism profession. And as expected, the speakers, including the Zonal Director, Nigerian Television Authority Enugu Network Center, Nwadi Elobike, the General Manager, Nigerian Television Authority Abakaliki, Mr. Anthony Kube-Ari, and a retired General Manager of Radio Nigeria, Barekumo Ado, did not disappoint as they exposed them on how to build confidence and boldness, initiating gender-friendly policies.
You have actually opted for this job. The issue of gender, the fact that you're a woman, should not deter you.
If you have collected money before you write, there's no way you write against the person.
Definitely journalists, whatever you see to report, you report it the way it is, not under any kind of influence.
The training, which is under the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism Report Women Project, the organizer, Fortunate Ozo, say it is apt in view of tackling various patriarchal issues women face in the newsroom.
The aim of this training is to build confidence in female journalists and instill in them the boldness to write about societal limitations and become resilient, tenacious, audacious, and virtuous leaders.
To bring your baby to work, I mean, that will affect your practice.
With the theme rising as leader in the newsroom and society vis-a-vis societal stereotypes, the female journalists are now better equipped to effect the needed change in the profession and by extension the society at large. In Abakaliki, Uchechukwu Onwe, NTA News.
And the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, has added more awards to its kitty as it emerged the most impacting media organization at the maiden Nigeria Broadcasting Organizations of Nigeria Award ceremony. Ruth Ariel Samuel tells us more.
It was a night of recognition and accolades for those with outstanding performances in the broadcast industry, as many nominees went home fulfilled.
It is our honor to celebrate your contribution to the growth of the broadcast industry.
The Nigerian Television Authority emerged the most impacting media organization. Other awards that went to the NTA family includes Life Achievement, won by the first Director General, Newscaster of the Year for Television, clinched by Ruth Agwele.
Lifetime award is for those who survived all the vicissitudes. What I say to them is that it's a thoroughly satisfying engagement. Broadcasting is very fulfilling.
I have to put in so much work, effort, and dedication. I have to keep the standard even higher this time around, because you're now like a kind of mentor to a lot of people who look up to you.
Zonal Director, NTA Lagos Network Center, commended the award recipients for making the Nigerian Television Authority proud.
There's nobody in that room who hasn't had one contact or the other with the NTA, whether you are as a professional, as a practitioner, or as just an industry person. So NTA is, where it is, it is the fulcrum of broadcasting in Nigeria.
The Nigerian Broadcasting Awards is designed to appreciate excellent performance among broadcasters, as well as encourage media practitioners to uphold ethics of the profession. In Lagos, Ruth Ariel Samuel, NTA News.
We'll pause here for some commercials. Sunday Rendezvous. We'll be right back. Do stay.
Now too much Berekete Plus is here. Existing Glow customers will get 400% bonus on every recharge and 100 MB data bonus on first recharge of the month. New Glow customers will get $1,000 welcome bonus. To activate, buy a new Glow SIM today or dial *777# for existing Glow customers.
Welcome back. Culture, they say, is the way of life of a people. Little wonder, even decades after, communities still find a way of maintaining their cultural heritage, especially when it is being used as a unifying factor. Igwanshi Eke is one of such cultural events people from Eke in Udi local government area of Enugu State hold there. An event celebrated once every year. Mina Adobe Okobasi witnessed the 2023 edition and brought back the exciting experience.
This is usually the mood at Eke community once every year. It is the Igwanshi ceremony, an event that brings home every Eke son and daughter to come together and make merry while using the opportunity to plan development of their communities. The significance of Igwanshi is quite historic.
So for the survival Every year, Eke commemorates the Igwanshi. Igwanshi descends that they said every year they had to renew the spiritual powers that made them to remain here.
Igwanshi is an annual festival from Eke. We don't do with this festival quite often. And this festival is more than 100 years. We do celebrate this festival every May first week.
The dance steps of Igwanshike is very unique, rhythmic, infectious, and enjoyed by both indigents and even guests. Even the zonal director, Nta Enugu Network Center, who is a woman and an indigent, could not resist the sound of the Abia music instrument as she dances away. Everyone, irrespective of class and affiliation, plays the Abia and dances to its historic rhythm. It is a dance of victory, a dance of unity and peace. Indeed, culture is a gift, one to be held on to tenaciously and passed from generation to generation. With the aura of peace, joy and happiness that reverberated at the Igwanshike Festival, there is no doubt that everyone can't wait for the 2024 edition.
Igwanshike is indeed a historic event. Did you see the zonal director, Nta Enugu, digging it out there? Even one of the drummers you saw there is a Reverend Father Nnamdi Nwankwo. And still talking about music or dances, music is said to be an integral part of art, usually expressed with vigor, vitality, and emotion. Our camera lens recently captured a piece of art at an event in Enugu, and Chegon Aro, who was behind the camera lens, reels out the moments for this event for Sunday Rendezvous.
Music is an arm of art. The world commemorated the Museum and Monument Day, which celebrated visual arts in forms of artworks and other forms of art, which include music. The essence of music is to calm frayed nerves, soothe the mind, and comfort the lonely. Sometimes it boosts one's mood for celebration. Like in Shakespeare, he who hath no music in him, nor is he moved by the sweet concord of sweet sound, is fit for treason.
Music is indeed the food to the soul. Now, are you a foodie? Then this story will interest you. Food is any nutritious substance that is eaten, drunk, or otherwise taken into the body to sustain life, provide energy, and promote growth. Among various foods are local and native dishes that are highly nutritious, palatable, and medicinal, as our correspondent Ngozika Osai tells us in this report.
For ages, humans have developed different methods of preparing food. As recipes are passed down from one generation to next, the taste, aroma, and sights of our cuisines connect us with our ancestral heritage. In Southeast Nigeria, meals are eaten not only for their nutritional values, but also for their medicinal and socio-cultural significance. Enugu, the heart of the Igbo people, is synonymous with eateries and restaurants that offer solely unique local delicacies like nkwobi, isiewu, uba, achicha, and the likes. Here, some foods are even served in special wooden plates or bowls.
Types of preparing nkwobi. We get cow heads, then we cut it the way we want it. We cook it, then you now bring it again, soak it inside cold water, then wash it thoroughly to avoid sand or any other thing. The cow brain itself, that is what we also use to make the water get thick and the taste will also come out. Then after doing that, you add upaka, then you put vegetable, which is otazi. Then you slice onion and put it on top. Your nkwobi is ready.
I found nkwobi one of the interesting meal, like a starter that I can enjoy at any time.
Today my birthday, right? So my parents brought me here so I can have abacha, because the abacha is so sweet. I like it.
Quite a highly nutritious food, mainly due to the things that are added to make it. Like when it comes to abacha, a lot of things are added to it. You have the upaka, which is also known as the oil bean. You have the garden egg leaves, even the garden egg fruits are also added to it. So all these things make, and then fish sometimes so added to it. So all these things make it a very highly nutritious food.
I'm already salivating. I just wish I can have one of these local dishes now. And let's find out the question our correspondent took to the streets today.
We are here in the street of Enugu to find out if a guy can marry a lady who is older than him, or a lady can marry a man who is older than her.
Yes. Yes, I can marry a man that is older than me.
Okay.
Yes.
Why do you
because age is not a number one, and he's going to be more matured enough in thinking, and he's going to be taking good care of me and when I'm pregnant and others.
The guy is well matured than me. He can provide for me. He can take care of me. So that is why.
I don't see anything wrong in marrying someone who is older than me that has cash. Because only cash can have me, Susie.
I respect money. If money is involved, I can do that. Age has nothing to do with my life. You understand? It's not my fault that she's older than me. And it's not her fault that she's older than me. So, if there is money first, then love. Fine, I can go ahead.
Yeah, it depends. And what matters is love. Understand? When someone is older than you and both of you can accept each other, there's nothing wrong with that.
It depends, because me, I like young guys and I like people someone I can relate with. I can play, I can knock your head anytime. But maybe if you marry like someone that is much older than you, that connection and that playfulness there may not occur. But yeah, I can marry. And if you have
I don't like if you are old. I cannot associate with you. Not at all.
If I can get married to a lady who is older than me, first thing for me, I would say let's love lead. Because age for me is just a number. Is there any reason getting married to a lady who you are older than, then we won't have a peaceful home?
No, never.
Why?
There will be no respect now. The lady is expecting me to be under her. So I cannot marry a lady who's older than me.
You have all heard it from the streets.
Okay, Chile is back to you in the studio.
Different strokes for different folks there, everyone to his or her own opinion. The quiet town of Amoba, Eziagu village in Orumba South local government area of Anambra State recently played host to people from all walks of life, both within and outside Nigeria, who gathered to pay their last respects to the late Chief Emmanuel Emeka Emenike, described as a man of high principles who held on to his beliefs of peace and equity. Yours truly was at the burial ceremony for Sunday Rendezvous.
The body of the late Chief Emmanuel Emeka Emenike was received in his compound for a burial service of last respects. In a sermon, the parish priest of St. Matthew's Anglican Church, Eziagu, described the deceased as an active member of the church whose good life is evident to all who came close to him.
Yes, and very sure. For a good man, some would even dare to die.
Service over, the deceased body was interred amidst dust-to-dust rituals. Just like the biblical hymn, only by our works would we be remembered, the late nonagenarian would be remembered for so many good things.
I celebrate my father. He was love personified. He impacted a lot of lives. The testimony surrounding him was amazing.
My grandfather was an epitome of love. His prayer life was amazing, even unto death.
Thank God for the life of my grandfather, as he impacted many lives and showed love to everybody that came around him.
The Zonal Director, Nta Enugu Network Center, Nwadi Elubike, was at the burial ceremony to commiserate with the deceased family members.
My child was a friend, I want her to take solace in the fact that my father's life is that of legacy. Going by the testimony of she will take it.
In November 1957, the late Emmanuel Emeka Emenike joined the British Bank of West Africa, now known as First Bank of Nigeria PLC, as a clerk, and rose across various levels up to the senior management position in charge of debt recovery, where he retired in February 1993. Upon retirement, he also served for 13 years and 3 months as the pioneer manager of Uga Community Bank. The deceased's strong leadership qualities during his services in First Bank of Nigeria earned him the title Ochiara or Otuwo. Aged 95, the late Chief Emmanuel Emeka Emenike, who was born on the 15th of July 1927, died on the 22nd of March this year.
Celebration of a life well lived. We join in praying for the repose of his soul. And this is where we draw the curtains on this week's edition of Sunday Rendezvous. We thank you so much for being a part of it. Good night and God bless.